Hi everyone, it's Holly Powell. I'm here to talk about today, do you use props in the audition and to mime or not to mime? One of the most frequently asked questions that I get is what do you do in a script when you're auditioning when there's a slap, a kiss, or a punch? Do you mime it? Do you use a prop? The general rule of thumb is that you don't need a mime or a prop unless the line doesn't make sense without it. So for instance, if you're sitting in a bar and it says in the stage directions that you're drinking a drink throughout the entire scene. If you have no lines that refer to your drinking, doing a miming action the entire time would be really kind of distracting, and you don't want to do that. However, if there's a line in the script that says you get angry at the person and you pick up your drink and you throw it in their face, and their line is, why did you do that? You have to have some kind of action to make the line motivated. So in that situation, maybe you would just in that moment mime doing that before the other person says their line, or you could use an actual glass. I don't know. I think sometimes actors can actually get away without doing anything, but you have to figure out what the line is. For instance, if you're eating in a scene, you certainly don't want to do like an imaginary fork, with your mouth the whole time and chewing. I mean, that's so awful. But if the line is you're looking at your food and you're saying, oh my gosh, that's really delicious, I think that seeing the food and pointing to it is kind of all you need. It's about visualization. So make sure that you see the food, oh, this is delicious, or maybe take a little taste off of your finger. You don't have to actually use a fork and put it to your mouth. So in the script that I was casting for a pilot where the actors brought in all of those props, there was one scene where character has a hot cup of coffee, or it's actually not hot enough for her. Her assistant brings it to her. And the line is that she takes a sip of her coffee and she goes to her assistant, it's good, Gemma, but iced coffee hurts my teeth. And then it says that she pours the coffee into the trash can, right? And she sees the color of it, which is beige. And she's a fashion designer. And she's been trying to stress to her employees that beige is the new color for fall. And all of a sudden she sees the beige and she goes, thank you, Gemma, for pointing out the perfect color for fall. Well, you have to do some action in this scene for the line to make sense. So some actresses would just mime in, good, Gemma, but iced coffee hurts my teeth, and then pour it out and then see it, okay? Some actresses would bring in a Starbucks coffee and pour it out. And here's the thing, this is not necessary, but it's kind of an easy thing to have on you if you're going to use a prop. Just this one thing, it might be useful. I also saw actresses who actually didn't use any mime or prop. They just made the lines make sense for them. So I think that it's about kind of, splitting it down the middle just to make sure that you let them know that the scene makes sense to you. And when they're watching it, they understand that from you.